Hello everyone, and welcome back to Subway Builder with the Old One Play Stuff, or OOPS for short. In the last episode, I extended my Brooklyn line south and north, as well as adding in my New Jersey line. In this episode, what I want to do is to make some tweaks to this New Jersey line, because I no longer want it going north. I want it going and looping back round into New Jersey. So let me put my crossover there. Now I can go into this route, edit it, and remove these junctions. Oops, click the wrong one. And remove those junctions, confirm that, hit play so it can make me some money. And now I can go in and delete you. I no longer need that. Annoyingly, I don't get the money back. But what I would like to do is go across here. Now to do that, I need to go down and build a little bit of track that is now -20, which is going to be very expensive to do. It increases my costs. In fact, it doubles my costs, which is a little bit annoying. Right, so route, parallel, and I want it just to go straight across there. And now I want to go back, I think that's -4. So let me shoot all the way back up to a -4, and I can get you to there. Now, let's see. Where am I? What I want to do is to just go to here, and then I want to put another station in. No, in fact, let me delete that back to there, and I'll put my station in here. Now my track. And go to there just to make sure I'm not going to demolish any buildings, and that now brings you nicely through and loops you back around. Now the question is, where do I go next? One of the mods that I have downloaded is the catchment area, which shows where people will walk to, and I'm led to believe it's 30 minutes from a 30-minute walk from a station. Bearing that in mind, and let me just put my demand stats back up and I will pin that in. So if it's going to be a 30 minutes, I need a -4 to be just there. And that will pick up everyone that I want it to. Now, where do I go now? Because that's a 30-minute walk. And I've got to think. If I put a station in here, that's not going to be quite good enough. But then that's all on the 30-minute. So there, people are going to be willing to walk that 30 minutes. So I can put one in there. So just you are going to miss out. Now I'll put my next station here. But what that does mean is that that's a 30-minute walk. So what I am tempted to do is tracks. Let me build a little bit of track that's going to come round. Loop through there. And then I want a bit of track to come down. Loop through here. And now I will put another station just there with a little bit of track to go in. Oh, that's not very good. Let me just delete that little bit. Delete you and put you in there and then connect you in and take you just to there so that I don't demolish that little building. So I now have one there, one there, one there. So I've got a nice little overlap. But what I want to do is put another station in roughly. I've gone a bit far with that one. Let me delete that. So I want to put another bit of track. So I want to bring you around without demolishing anything, and then roughly bring you, follow that road. Now put a station in here, which isn't quite halfway between, but it will do, and I'll connect you in. Now I'll bring you around and I'll build my next station just going across that little 30-minute section there. Connect you in. No, but these are a little bit too far apart. So I want to build my next. Just trying to think. That is my 30-minute walking loop from that station. So if I do my 30-minute station there, then I can put my 15-minute walk station here and just connect these two up. No, I don't want to be demolishing anything. Get rid of you. Connect you back in. Now, my next station, I want one to be, I put one in just there and build my little bit of track going up and out slightly, bring you in, and can I build? Oh yes, a loopity or bendy wendy station just there, and now I can connect you two up. Continuing with that same philosophy, so that is my 30-minute walk. 30-minute walk to you, and then I'll put one down in the middle. And let me connect these two up. So these are going to be picking up most of these people. 1 billion, I'm okay cost-wise. And the same again, put a station up. What's going on here? Got a little bit of a dink. I need to put the station in there. Oh, just fits in. Now I'll put you in again. Put you across there. Connect you two up. So I'll keep coming down the avenue. And to make sure I don't demolish anything. And now I will look to put my next station in here. Just cutting straight down the road again. And then one about halfway between. Just make sure I don't demolish any buildings. And just there. Can I do a direct connection in? Yes. Do a direct connection in? Yes. At some point, I need to move across. because following that same philosophy, I need to put a station in here and a station in around there. But this, at what depth did I go with these? And track elevation. Shows that I think these are probably 10 up to a -5 there. And I think I might be tempted to make some tweaks to that line based on this 30-minute walk, because I want to build a station that comes straight down here, because that's going to pick up most of those residents. Or I'll put another one in here, and then I might look to go down to the -10, because let me just build the -4 track. Put you in drop you into here, and then you can connect. Run you down, sleep you out slightly, so that I can then hopefully just bring you around that bit of bend. Run you there just a little bit to straighten up. Now you can come and follow the road down into you. Now I want to go down to -10. Let me go back to that track view. -10 will take me there. And now that circle is here. So that circle is there. So I need to put a station. I think I need to put a station in here. Then I can loop round and into this station. So let me put my track in. And can I put that in? No, because you aren't deep enough. So I'm going to have to do an interim build just so I can amend that route. which is a little bit annoying. But demand routes. Where am I? Just wanted to have a look at something. So my demand at the minute, I'm running at 4.2% because I wanted to see how this will change. I need to put a crossover just there, build it, routes, edit, take U2 off, take you off, confirm that, so I can now go in and delete you, because you're not serving the purpose that I'm after. So my construction now is at -10, and because of everything, I want to put you in there, put one in there, and I'll put my next station in fact, a little bit of rogue track. Let me bring you up to here. Put my little station cutting through there, and then connect you back in there, and now connect you there. How much is that going to cost me? That's not too expensive. So that now should enable me to take my New Jersey route and no. Why aren't you? Why can I not amend you? What have I messed up? Ah. Oh, cancel that edit. Typical. A track that I now need. So I'm going to -16. So if I do a -16, it's going to bring you around there. Now I'll do a -8. That will now bring me out to here. And now wrong way to a -4. That is going to enable me to connect that in. Build you. Now let me edit my New Jersey line. So let me bring you around on the inside. So you are going to be my anti-clockwise line. Click on each of these stations, and if I miss any, please leave a message in the comments below, as I suspect I will. because it is quite a tedious job of just going through and attempting to click on each of these. And I keep missing them. Down to 9th Street. Now I just want the inside. So now I need to go through and come on, click on each of these and take out the outside line. So I can then, oh, come on. There must be a quicker way than having to go through this so slowly and keep going up north. Keep on going. How much further have I got to go? I'm nearly there. So that is going to be my inside loop. Let's confirm that. Check the number of trains. So I've got, don't need that many. Let's have every 5 minutes. Yeah, let's go to every 5 minutes. So 15 trains, then 8 minutes, and then 16 minutes. So that's going to be my New Jersey. Oh, I'll just have to put New Jersey anti-clockwise. Save. Play. In fact, what time of day are we? Just gone midnight. So I'm just about to start. In fact, I've just started a new day. So my last day was 3,000. So before I hit the play, let me routes add a new one, and you are New Jersey clockwise. And if you have any better named suggestions, then please let me know. That you are all going to go around on the outside. Let me click on each of these, and it is the outside one there. Follow these down. Zoom out a little bit so that I can click more, but it also makes it harder to click them because they are smaller. Bring you all the way down to these workers. Midtown. Head further down into downtown. Or if I remember correctly, Wall Street. Now I'll loop back around and head north. And just keep going up here. Finish this route off. Must be nearly there now. One more station to go. Confirm that. Now put on, what was it, 20. I need to buy some more. Let's buy another 45 and get me up to 20. then it was 10, and then 5. Let's buy some more in preparation for what's to come. So that is now my 2 routes going around, and that will hopefully stop me getting those annoying warnings that I've got blockages. So what's that? 383. No, sorry, 303. I need to put my better glasses on. So what's that going to do? Let's come back in a little while and see how that is going to progress. Right. So with that in mind, I'm thinking of doing a route that is going to go down towards the airport, because I've got a lot of workers down here and they have residents all over the place. But if I just have a look at doing a route that sort of cuts straight through that alley, that's going to pick up quite a lot of workers that want to come through. So do I hit that bubble? So 14th Street. Let me do 14th Street straight across. So at what point do I... So if I come to there, you've got workers all over the shot for you. So what I might be tempted to do is aim for a quad station to come through here. So if I do 14th Street, and I will go down to -10 for this, and I'll put, no, quad. Let's go quad. A quad station under there, and a quad station under there. Let me put my bills on. So to guess, that is my... I can never quite work. Or is that one? Is that many? It'd be nice if I could just highlight it by station, because trying to do, I think that is a 30-minute. So if I put a station in here, put a station in there, or because I need to come across here, let me just build my little bit of track that I will want. So if I'm going to come down through here, and where are residents? can have one line going up there, one line coming down. So do I continue with quad? I might put you through here as a quad station. Straight through there. And then if I put another one on that road just there, with the idea that this will now go down to -20 so that I can go under the water. Why won't you go? You minus. Let me delete that. I now need to just put a little bit of track in. That's going to go from here to there as -20. And then you'll connect in there. And if I bring you up to -10, yeah, it's going to be because I was thinking of trying to put another station in. One here next to the coast. So at what level? At -15. So I can do a -15 station here. Delete you. Now I need a little bit of track to go to a -10. And can I get up to here? And then put my station on there. And now I can connect these two up. And hopefully that isn't going to be too expensive. Because from here I need to go parallel. I just want to put these next two stations in purely so that I can have, I just need to do, no I don't. I'm just going to go with my crossover. Let's add my cross there so you can end. Now I need to go. So where was that worker bubble? Just here, which means I'm going to be going underneath here at 24. This is going to get very, very, very expensive. So I need to put 24 in. Just there. Now I want to come back up to a -10. Which takes me to, that's quite nice actually, because I can then put a station. Errors again. Build a track at -24 and this time make it my quad track. And just there. Now -10. And how far up can I go? Just to about there with my station cutting across, what road's that? Avenue C. And then build you in and connect you up. Now, so from that station is there, but if I residence I just want to initially just do a straight line across. Sure. Quad station. If I put one there, then my next one is going to cut through there, which is my 30-minute walk, and you can cut down. Where am I going? Towards the airport. So if I put the next one wants to be here, and now I want to put one halfway through. Roughly is going to go there. I might come down that road there now, purely because of the angles that I'm working at. So you're going to cut through there, delete you, keep my quad stations coming. Where's my airport? There. So I'll put my next station cutting through there, cutting down that road. Now I will put one I will just put, no, I won't do that, because I want to be looking to come down this road. So if I put where are residents, that is going to be a little bit far away. So if I now put station here, you're in that catchment area, you're in that catchment area, and now I'll put a station in there, and then roughly halfway between is going to be there. So that's a nice 15-minute walk. Now I'll just follow this road down the main highway. I will put one in just there. But then I've got my workers. I do have some workers just here. Then I want to put a station there, one there, and one through bubble. But that's a little bit of a mess up, because what I want to do is do my quad track in here up towards that station. But then I don't think I need quad there, because if I look at the residence, I just want to bring this as parallel. And I was thinking of bringing the other line down. So I might just do my track, continue my track to here. Then these stations want to become parallel. Don't want these being quads. So stations, parallel station, I've got one there, and it was down through this street here, wasn't it? I was going, and then if I put my other one there, and then roughly halfway between, it's going to be just there. Now I'll just extend these down. Keep going through there, residence. And put you there. I might leave those as quads because I can come in and out, but then I might have another line coming in to the airport, because when I looked at the workers, let me just shut that down. The workers for here, I could run a line down coming this way towards the airport. Yes. So construction, let me put my quad line in. So let's just extend you all the way down to the airport. Up to there, and then bring you in. So you let me just delete that and put my quad lines in. And then I just bring my quad to there, and then put my parallel in there. So that's going to be 5, billion. Let's go super fast. Because I need 5 billion. That is annoying. That's a little bit more expensive than I'd hoped. Because I now also need to come into here and also add a crossover. 5 billion for one line. And I'm making just over or just under 400 million. But this is going to be a few days. Or do I delete a little bit? Do I delete a little bit? What is going to be the cost? I go through here and just delete you back to there. That's 4 billion. But it'd be nice to get it to the airport. 4.2. It's not far away. So if you don't mind just watching what is going on. 38, 378, 34. Be nice just to get this little bit of construction in before the end of the episode. And I wish there was a way to make this go very fast so that I can get some more money. We've just gone by midnight. How are my routes doing? It's routes. So I'm at 4.6. I think I started the day at 4.7. So my cyclic routes are making some money, but not quite as much as I had hoped. So there's 15, 10 and 5. 20, 10 and 5. I wonder if that's why. But that's 15, 10 and 5, like the other route. Because for some reason, ridership isn't quite so good on that. But looking at this, I'm picking up an awful lot of people. Because if I look at this, let me just go a loop down there. Quite a few want to come into the city. And the same here, quite a few want to come in. I just think I need just a few routes that just go across. A lot of those want to go in, and a lot of those also want to go in, and some, miraculously, it's quite a few not only want to come into here, also want to go across. So that extension will be useful at some point. But as well as that, I think I just need to put 2 or 3, probably 1, 2, 3, at least 3 lines that go across. One at the south of Central Park, one at the north of Central Park, and extend this one that I've currently got. How far off am I now? 4.2, 4.1 billion, so 4.1 billion. Let's get to this 4.2 mark, or 4.25. These catchment area is actually quite good, because it just now means that each of these is roughly a 15-minute walk. And I think between stations, 15 minutes is okay. And the fact that there's not many people there, I think that extra little bit of a gap is okay, but that hopefully should pick up. If I'm looking at that, which is a 15-minute walk, all of those people want to go either into Manhattan or to the airport, and also potentially just going up north. So it'd probably be nice to have a loop that cuts through down here, and same one there. But oh, I've hit the money mark, so let me buy that. But I know what I've forgotten. I have forgotten to put my crossover on there. Let's buy that. Did I put it on there? Yes, I did. So let me add my route, a new route, and I will just call this one Airport Line at the moment. If you have any better suggestions, then please do let me know. That's going to be the inside line. Take both of these, and then let me just get this built. And it'll be nice. Right. You can continue building. But you always seem to stop. Well, let me just get you built in. And I'm hoping that this, zoom in so I can make sure I click on the right ones. So it's that one at the moment. That's all of them ticked. Yes, let's confirm that. I'd like to get to the end of the day before I then go and add in some trains, so I can get a more accurate daily view of what is going on. $384. So it's roughly going to be 384. So let me add on trains. No, cancel. Let me put 15. Let's put 15 trains on and 10 off peak and 5. Okay, so they are all flying in. Yep. It's off peak, so there's only 5 trains running. Yeah, straight to that bubble. This 30-minute marker is actually quite good because it is showing that people will just go along there. Yeah, straight to that, straight to the end there. So coming up to peak time. So I made 3.6, so I'm roughly making 3.8, 3.7, around 3.7, 370 million. So by adding on that, is it going to make any difference? Oh, I've jumped up by 2%. So that has certainly made a difference. People are moving in and around the airport. Which is quite nice to see. The residents. What's happened? Residents, workers. So these workers. So I'll leave that as a quad because I think I can have one line going up and one line coming down, and then I can extend that other line, and that one can go up probably in this direction for these workers. There's quite a few workers up in that, going up that way. So how am I doing on the route wise? So demand wise, well, the airport line is becoming quite productive. Broadway line is still my busiest. Second Avenue, I need to actually look to extend this one to make it a little bit more profitable, but look at that. That is shooting right up, coming towards the end of the day. So I went, what was it, 384 to 5, so an extra, no, up to 523 million. That's a decent increase of about 150 million. I can't complain at that. 150 million. But it cost me 4 million. Sorry, 4 billion. So it's got quite a bit of a way to go to pay for itself. I do think I just need to extend it. So that's probably what I'll look to do in the next episode. So as I said, if you've got any ideas for what to call these lines, please leave them in the comments below. If you've got any suggestions, without looking at what the current map or subway routes look like, without looking at those, give me any tips or ideas that you'd like me to look to implement. That will all be much appreciated. And as I say, if you've got any other comments, whether they're good, bad or ugly, please leave them below. If you've liked what you see, please smash that like button. If you don't want to miss out on the next episode, then please hit the subscribe button. And on that note, I shall be calling it a day. So thank you very much for watching today, and goodbye.